Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the CTKS Method. If you're new, a very warm welcome and welcome back CTKS family. My goal is to assist you in becoming more of a financial and emotional blessing to yourself and those you love through positive excellence. If you like the content, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. We have one of the best communities on YouTube. We look forward to welcoming you into our global family. There are a lot of free resources on CTKSmethod.org. The link is in the description of this video. Let's see where the markets are going in the next 24 hours. And let's run the numbers. The FOMC had their meeting and they didn't raise interest rates. They kept them as is, as we anticipated. Going forward about 44 days, we can see the probability of no change is around 80%. The probability of an easing of 25 basis points around 20%, and a greater easing than that, say 50 points, not really even there. Unfortunately, I've had no progress with getting my account reinstated with X. What occurred was that I updated my banner picture and I updated my text in the description. And Elon's bots decided, naughty naughty, time to block your account. So I'm moving everything across to LinkedIn. If you would like to reach out and directly message me, you can message me on LinkedIn. And I think it's about time to go back to LinkedIn. The CTKS method is the world's most powerful smart money buy and sell level detection system. It's done through 2 levels of standard certification. I'm going to pop this indicator on, which just literally gives you the support and resistance lines. Now these lines act towards the right. Now you can see I've got some values up here. What I've done is to leave these on for you so that you understand you've already got the structural levels. You've already got support and resistance in front of you. That means that you need to look differently at the markets. Typically what people do is they'll put a moving average or Fibonacci retracements or all sorts of things, Bollinger Bands, it doesn't really matter. You pop it on, you're trying to figure out these numbers. That's what you're trying to do. Because of 2 levels of standard certification, you've already got those numbers. Now you only need to know, where is the market going on a balance of probabilities? Is it going up? Is it coming down? And how do you look through charts? It's also a little bit more than that. When we look at Bitcoin, you can see that Bitcoin bounced here and was repelled here. Why? If you know the CTKS method, you can answer those questions. I'll give you an illustration. For example, this was yesterday's video and this is today's video. So in yesterday's video, we had a little bit of negative price momentum and then we came back into this GW, this gravitational well. We saw that price just exploded through that and currently it's retracing. Understanding negative CTKS gaps and positive CTKS gaps is absolutely vital. But the question is, why did Bitcoin turn around here and why did it kind of just recently top out there? The answer is in the charts. Let's pop across to total. Total crypto market cap is literally how the entire crypto market moves as a function of market capitalization. In yesterday's video, we were here. In today's video, we're right smack bang there. We need to understand the structure and we need to do it through 2 levels of standard certification. And you can learn to do this yourself. And I do suggest that you learn to do it because reading these lines, you may say, oh, they're just lines. But when you do the 2 levels of standard certification, they're not just lines, they mean something. Okay, so what happened in the past 24 hours? The entire crypto market cap came into structural support, bounced around, and then encountered structural resistance. And you can see this up and down price movement was reflected inside Bitcoin. I'll come to this in a minute. This has an explanation too. Remember how I was saying these long wicks were appearing in Bitcoin. That's because around that $3.49 trillion mark, we have structural resistance across the entire crypto market. So even though Bitcoin is in a positive CTKS gap, even though it was in a negative CTKS gap in the past 24 hours, total crypto market cap structure was responsible for rebounding Bitcoin. And total crypto market cap structure was also responsible for stopping Bitcoin's progress. You must be capable of looking through charts. You cannot tell where Bitcoin is going by just simply looking at Bitcoin's chart. 99% of people in TA just look at the chart that they're putting money into. I call this the money chart. The money chart is not your friend. Your money chart will lead you astray. It's like a gold digger. Ay caramba, so what is the solution here? Of course, it's the cheat sheet. And understanding intercorrelation and interconnection and how to look through charts. If you go across to CTKSmethod.org and you just click the Profiting tab, I'm offering a partial scholarship to this particular course. It is incredibly powerful. And when I mean incredibly powerful, it is incredibly powerful. I'll teach you how to look through charts. I'll teach you all about intercorrelation and interconnection. You'll literally look over my shoulder as I'm doing trades which net multiple millions of dollars throughout the year. And more importantly, you'll learn how to identify tops and bottoms. It's very important. And also how to break out of retail trade perfection, which is literally the barrier to consistent profitability and the reason so many people flee from the market when it is red. There is also a ton of resources that I offer in here. Now, how to reach out to me to take advantage of this. To apply for the partial scholarship for the Profiting from CTKS Method structure course, just reach out to me and directly message me on LinkedIn. You'll see my profile here. LinkedIn is so much better than X, so many scammers on X. Make sure that you keep on doing the cheat sheet. Your cheat sheet is a way to get into correlation and understand how the markets work. You need to understand how one chart impacts another chart. For example, and we talk about it a lot, this blue line is Bitcoin, and you can see it following this particular chart, which is a row 1 chart, which is the VIX. Now note that the little number is at the top and the big number is at the bottom. This is an inverted chart. Now, what does that mean? It means it's upside down. So it's inverted. So when I do this, we get into directional correlation with the VIX. We saw the VIX just spike up recently on the deep fake news. Oh, I'm sorry, DeepSeek news. And that spike didn't last too long, surprise, surprise, and we've come down again. This is responsible for upward price momentum inside Bitcoin. I'm just going to uninvert that for a minute just to show you. So what you can see here, when the VIX spiked up, it spiked up like hell. And what did Bitcoin do? It spiked down like hell because Bitcoin is incredibly risk sensitive. Ah, okay. So when you were saying before, you can't just assess Bitcoin on Bitcoin's chart. You were talking about the VIX. Spot on. You got it. But much more than that, the VIX is just one component of row 1. There are 6 other components. So for example, the VIX, well, 5 other components. There's 6 in total. So the VIX, the DXY, dollar yen, the 10-year, the 2-year, and oil. You need to be keeping your eye on all of them. And of course, these are all inverted charts. And just to make sure that this little guy is inverted, he feels better. So what you will see, especially on X, sorry Elon, X is just so full of rubbish sometimes. There's so many influencers there who are saying, who the hell is selling Bitcoin when the VIX is spiking? It's like they just don't understand anything. There is just such an incredibly low quality of information on X. I'm thinking about moving to LinkedIn permanently. So I'm going to start doing educational posts on LinkedIn. See, please make sure that you hook in there. Okay, so we can see that Bitcoin is really impacted by the VIX, but it's also impacted by the 10-year, especially the DXY, the 2-year, dollar yen, and oil. Now, what happens if the VIX comes up? Well, you already know the answer to that question. If VIX comes up, inverted Bitcoin will come up. That means the actual Bitcoin chart will come down. So if we get positive price momentum here, that's going to cause a down wave inside Bitcoin. What if the 10-year spikes up? What about the 2-year spiking up? What about the DXY or dollar yen or oil spiking up? Of course, negative price momentum inside the crypto market. Now you literally know more than the influencers on X. This is directional correlation, but you need to know the structure that underpins here. Because like everything moves from structure to structure, structure to structure. It is the way. As Bitcoin is highly risk sensitive, it can overreact to spikes in the VIX. Please bear this in mind. When we look at row 2, where's the big number? Ooh, it's at the top. Where's the little number? Ooh, it's at the bottom. This is Bitcoin's directional price. That's pretty cool. What about gold? Yeah, we can see gold and Bitcoin are literally following each other. Now, row 2 is all about junk bonds, which you can think is pretty much the inverse of the VIX, as well as the euro dollar, which is pretty much the inverse of the DXY, the Aussie dollar, gold, silver, and copper. And you'll get these templates inside the Profiting from CTKS Method structure course. One of the things, if gold is coming up, that puts the probability that Bitcoin will also come up. If silver's coming up, that puts the probability that Bitcoin will also come up. If copper is coming up, you get the idea. If the Aussie dollar is coming up, or the euro is coming up, or junk bonds are coming up. Remember, it's all based on structure. Therefore, the key is that when we look at Bitcoin's price momentum, we can't just look at Bitcoin. We've got to go a little bit further than that and look at the row 1s and row 2s as an absolute minimum, but look at them structurally. And inside the service, I have all the indicators for all of these charts. You can observe the structure in real time. All financial markets are also composed of so many different rules. You know, in the past 24 hours, this was around the area that we did that yesterday's video, and we came into total crypto market cap structure, and we've got total crypto market cap resistance above Bitcoin at the current time. And it's starting to retrace because there are sellers up there and we had buyers down here. We know what these charts are doing. We're looking through everything. We know that the VIX spiked down, which actually brought Bitcoin up. And the VIX was spiking up tremendously here, which brought Bitcoin down. This is a way of looking through your charts. It's very advanced, but you need to be an institution of one. And in tomorrow's video, we'll talk about the role of AI and how it hits in or impacts trading and investing. I would very much like to hear your comments on that. One of our global family members just brought it up recently, well, in yesterday's video, and I thought it was a really good question. Will AI render trading and investing absolutely zero, obsolete? I unequivocally say, no, it won't. Not for us. But if you're employed as an investment advisor or you're employed as a trader, yeah, well, it could end your career. That's the purpose of AI, is to end everybody's job. I don't think the businesses have really caught on too much. If you end everybody's job, you end everybody's employment and everybody's wage. Who the hell is left to buy? But the businesses say, oh, that's somebody else's problem. You know, so long as we just eradicate all our staff, it'll be good. We'll just replace them with robots. They're cheaper and they work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they never take sick leave. I can tell you, a lot of instability in the markets are coming, and you will need to know how to keep control of your own finances. You need to have the ability to create income independent of the system. The system is not your friend. It never was. So let's talk about AI and investing and trading in tomorrow's video. So if you want to pop down what your thoughts are, I'm very, very interested and will highlight some of those thoughts in tomorrow's video. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again in the next video. And don't forget, if you're interested in getting into the Profiting from CTKS Method Structure course, which is an awesome course, please directly message me on LinkedIn. The link is in the description of this video. Bye for now.